Hi guys and welcome to Western Wilds with me, the farming sim. Come on, get in reverse. So we're here with a bit of a twist today. As you can see, we've got a windrow and a tether, and we've got the John Deere and the Deutz for what was it again? The Deutz for Astrostar 661. It's very slow to turn. Yeah, so anyway guys, welcome back. We're here. This one is going to be a bit different in terms of how we're going to play the game. It's not going to be predominantly trees. I'm going to try and stay away from the forest as much as possible. Now, I've been looking at the trees, and I've been looking at cut them down, but the land was very barren, and I think the trees had a nice bit of decoration, but with everything gone, it did look very barren. So you may be asking, well, how are you gonna make money? Farming, farmer sim. How are you gonna make money? Well, this fluffy stuff here called grass. This stuff. Basically what we'll do is we're gonna go mow the grass, we're gonna ted it up, and then we're gonna sell it. I may rent a baler to start off with. Now, this hasn't got the option for a front loader, so for the time being we'll use this for bale mod. Now some may say it's cheating, some realistic. That's your opinion, you're entitled to that, but we're going to play it out as a survival role player, see how far it goes, see if it gets a bit of interest, and it's going to be more of a challenge, There's going to be a lot more things. One thing I didn't do though, which I must do straight away, is turn that off. I want seasonal growth off. Yes, I don't play with seasonal growth. It is good in a way. I mean, I do have my own maps, not a per se let's play, but I do play, just to relax. And it has seasons on. It just adds that bit of immersion, I think we're just starting out. Just getting where you need to be, and starting with so little capital. I think it's going to be hard. Now, don't take note of the money in the bank. That is the loan purpose only. It's our loan money. But yeah, we're going to make hay bales. I was going to do salad bales, but I thought it might take longer. We're going to make hay bales, and then we're going to sell them to the animal dealer, and then whatever money we make on that will be put back into making more hay bales, to a point where we can diversify, eventually get a plough, make some little fields up. Now, I don't like using side ploughs, so you'll probably see me use it's classed as subsoiler, but you'll see me use that type of plough. But yeah, we're gonna ride this ship and see where it goes, I think it's the logging side of things is easy to do if you have a tractor that has a weight on it, and you use a grab of some description. But at the same time, I think it's too easy to make money. And the other reason I left trees in is productions. You know, we might be at a point where we think, right, well, we'll get some tree cutting equipment and we'll go into the business of, you know, productions. You know, production chains is a massive thing for FS22. Now, you know, you're gonna hear me say this a lot. PC have always had productions. You know, there's always been some modder or designer or you know, whatever you want to call themselves that have made productions for PC. So it's not a massive thing, but I think Giants are taking the right steps. That's not to say I'm on the Giant bandwagon, because I'm not. I think they could have made seasons a bit more interesting. They've took something, you know, Realism did. We've seen he did it brilliantly in FS17 and 19. I mean, I love Realism's modding. They took chunks of it, they've picked it apart, and they've just took the basic bones of it, you know. And I want to say, you know, I'm regularly in contact with Giants about animal grazing. But yeah, we're gonna stop bleating on about that, because that's that's a video for a different day. But yeah, we're gonna make hay while the sun shines. It is quite a tedious job, but I also find mowing and the tedding and windrowing quite relaxing. But yeah, it's about making money. It's not gonna be quick money. It's gonna be quite tedious and painstaking. But at the same time, as soon as we get a bit of capital, we can go after. You know, we can go after the money we're after. We can chase certain aspects, and I think that's what's important. But I say I'm gonna continue mowing this field, or mowing this plot, and I'll get back to you when we're complete.
If only I could turn back time.
Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed that little time lapse there. I am still learning how to do time lapses, and well, if it isn't in, yeah, I'd put it in. I probably cocked it up. Yeah, so we've done the mowing now, got all the grass mud. I'm just looking through the trees. I'm planning on where to put a path. So let's have a look. That landscaping, painting, dirt. I'm thinking sort of maybe through here. And then we go. Bit of space to store the machinery. Machinery's quite quiet. I might have had it turned down. Is it in this one? Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's better, innit? Right, so we're gonna get the windrow now. When it moves. Come on. Yeah, so we're gonna get the windrow and the tether. I might be able to put one of them on the front link, I'm not sure. It's a possibility. We'll have a look. So we're not going to use them simultaneously. We are going to use them separately. How you're coping in this? Now, I know what you're thinking. They look the same. But the red one is a tether, and the yellow one is a windrow. Yeah, red one tether, windrow. Oh, we can't. They've got the little tow hitch on, so we'll take the tether first. We'll then we'll come out and get the windrow. Like I said, not too distant future. We'll be looking to upgrade. You know, Bob was working towards better equipment. Well, the sawmill's there, and that's the reason the trees are still standing. But like I said, the trees are going not to be a source of income. So see, if we do eventually buy the sawmill or even put our own place, then that's why the trees have been kept to an extent. Not just that, the trees give the map a bit of character, a bit of life. You know, when I cut the sign down for the trees to vanish, it just looks so barren. Right, so we're going to start turning it here. Turn the grass over. And again, I'll put in another talent spheres. And yeah. Hope you enjoy. So guys, that bit's done there. We've tested it. Now we're in right. Well, while I was telling you, I come to the conclusion we don't need actually. I mean, we will get a baler, but for renting purposes, we don't really need a baler per se. We need more of a That's gonna be very annoying. There you go. Just when coming in at the yard, it's going to be a hindrance, so now it's open. I know, I said I wouldn't cut trees down. As I was saying, the idea of getting a bill and baling the field, it occurred to me, why don't we just lease a forage wagon? It'd be easier to manage, and we're going to bring it here. So for, you know, a one-off period, or maybe two, depending. I mean, we'll obviously endeavour to buy a forage wagon. We do need a front loader or a telehandler or something along the lines, or even maybe a forklift, you know, a little forklift to bob around the yard in, or even a skid steer loader. I think there's a skid steer fairly cheap. I think it's around 25,000 for the skid steer loader, and that would be helpful. I'm planning on putting some greenhouse in. It's the open air garden ones. It's been quite difficult to tell where the grass is from the other grass. Never mind, we'll figure it. Like I say, grass is in abundance here. We have left a fair bit down there, as you can see if you look. If you look over to our left, you know, there's a good. About where that tree is about where our area runs out. Was it? Yeah, about where our tree is, where the area runs out. Really on the borderline here. Oh, it's before the tree. It's actually before the tree there runs out. But we've got a nice plot of land. We can, you know, we've got to start imagining where things will go. Obviously got a bit of a hard standing now to put the vehicles on, which is always good. And yeah. Just really looking forward to producing some good solid hey, you know, make hay while the sun shines. Obviously it's tedious, it's slow at the moment, but as is with everything. Yes, as with everything, we just got to plod on, get it done. So I'll put another time lapse in, and hope you enjoy it.
Yo, DJ, put a nigga back to the record, baby, and give me this right now.
Right guys, we've got the windrow and we're collecting grass now. Yeah, I was just thinking there, going back to FS19, and I enjoyed playing Six Ashes quite a bit. It was a good map. I think it was, who was it? It was GB. Was it GB or MJ? So I have GB modding or MJ modding. Anyway, I was thinking about the seasons in respect to Six Ashes. If you cut your grass, so obviously you have the free cut system in Farm Sim 19 with the seasons mod enabled. You have the free cut system, so you know your first cut, second cut, and third cut. I was remembering I was cutting grass and I left it, and I got away, and it dried to here, and there was no manipulation on it, a TED, and you would have that dried state, and I thought that's so like real life. Like in real life, you'll cut your grass, and a lot of farmers do TED. I'm not saying they don't, but at the same time, a lot of farmers, if they cut in warmer weather, which the UK is not averse to. A lot of believe the UK is very cold, but the UK does get warm. They leave their swaths to dry. If the grass is quite dry before they cut it, and they haven't had much rainfall, they do tend to cut it. Wow. Well, we didn't earn a lot of money, but then again, we haven't spent a lot of money on the forage wagon, which is a plus. Yeah, it was just occurred to me that that happens in that happened in the way it worked in, where did I get up to? The way it worked in 19. I think Giants missed the trick. They sort of took a season's idea. But I don't know. I wouldn't know the first thing about coding. When it comes to that sort of stuff, it goes on. But I couldn't imagine it could be that hard if one guy sat at home on his his days off and he made a season mod in however long it took him to then have Giants have a team of developers that so-called experts, to have them not take any of that information on board, not take the good bits. So yeah, right, we'll get days a month. Yes, we're gonna put some temperatures, but that doesn't really affect anything. And right, you can plant, you know, this crop here and this crop there. You know, there's so much more. Like, a big thing I'm always asking for, and giants are probably sick back to for me emailing, is animal grazing. Animal grazing across not just the United Kingdom, but across the globe is so important. No, unless your animals are indoor animals, which some are. You know, I think there's a couple of Irish farms that are indoors. But you know, you drive down any countryside in most countries, and you know, you will see animals in the field grazing. You know, you can't drive 5 minutes in the countryside in the UK without you seeing a cow or a sheep or, you know, some form of arable stock grazing in a field. Not so much pigs. Pigs sort of live in pig size in the UK. I'm not sure about abroad. But you know, we have the animals, sheep. I mean, we even have alpacas. We have alpacas grazing. I think they're wool purpose, I believe, the alpacas. But it's, you know, look at Tom. You know, he does the he did the Tom Pemmon. This is, he did the big finale where he released his cows. You know, for the first time. I just think it's so important, and yes, you know, there is different mods and X, Y, and Z, but I just think it's so important that giants implement the animal grazing, because to me that's just an important part of the ecosystem too. Like, no, I think, who was it? Was it Iwi Farm or something like that? It was I can't remember the exact name. Remember, I put it up on the screen, but I probably won't. And the two brothers, but they had the arable side of the farm too. So they were sugar beet farmers as well, and they put their cattle to munch off the waste, you know, the excess crop, the leftovers. And they said, oh, their herd will be on there for, like, you know, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks. They said they'll be on there just munching on the leftover crop, and on the waste crop, on the waste products. I just thought that's like so real, you know. I mean, yes, Tom Pemmon is predominantly a dairy farmer. That's his ply, you know. He does the dairy, he does the meat. You know, a lot of farms are diversifying. But yeah, I think giants need to revisit the animal system, revisit the fact that animals do graze. You know, if you had, I mean, I suppose a lot of farmers probably do buffer feed their animals. You know, they do make up the TMR and bring it out to them in their pens and whatnot. But I think, if you know, that option should be there, you know. I mean, like I say, I don't know how hard it is to code. I have no idea. But I've always been a firm believer of the movable pasture, you know, like a movable pasture mod. So if you've got a field of grass, you know, maybe put the feed trough and the water trough on a bucket, or you know, on pallets, and lift it into a position in that field. Or, you know, you can nominate the field for it to fall. It's like a subsection, so you go on the field, then you're in a subsection, and you could put like animal grazing down, for example. So I'm not sure how you would code it or how it would work, but I just think it's such a thing now that, you know, the advanced technologies, and yes, they are, you know, the new map. Is it Redwood or something? Looks absolutely amazing. and it looks like you can do a lot on a map. But I'm still in the firm believation that believement that you know, it couldn't be that hard to do. I mean, I would love to see the fact, you know, we've got a dog in the game now. At the moment, we're going to call him Dex, by his sake. At the moment, Dex the dog, he doesn't really have a purpose. He's just there as a decor object. But if you put Dex and turn him into a border collie, and you put Dex the border collie with sheep, you then got sheep farming. You know, got a herd of sheep. If you make it really command simple, so just a button, you know, doesn't have to be over complex. Just a button. You click a button, and then off he goes. You know, and you run sheep for you. Now I know the sheep work on like a jig, I think, but that coding component, so that dog makes that funnel smaller and pushes the sheep into, you know, the sorting pen. You know, and then, you know, you could add maybe, you know, the possibilities are endless, and obviously it all depends on where they want to go from this. I mean, Giants, you know, they're pushing the boundaries of console players. I don't know how hard that would be to implement or change, you know. I say I'm not a coder. It's just what I personally would like to see. Anyway guys, we're getting 800 and... was it 330 a trailer? So I'm going to continue this. I'm going to leave it here for today. I'm going to continue collecting the grass. You know, sure, I need to get it all collected up. It's a fair amount here. Maybe should have gone for a bigger... I mean, how much is a bigger one? If we rented this one. So that has 16.1 cubic meters. 23, 26. I mean, that 35 cubic meters. It's twice the size of that one. Yeah, it's not economically efficient to rent. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. That's the next episode. We'll talk about what we got, how much we eventually made, and we'll look at the point of where we go next. I think we're going to divide the field into two. I'm not sure where we're going to go, horizontal or vertical yet. We're definitely going to do some crop. So I think the point at the moment is just to get this down. While here, we will implement, before you go, we're going to implement the farmhouse. 20, I believe it's 10. So I'm going to stick it over this side. There we go, there's the farmhouse. So the farmhouse is in. Yeah. We have somewhere nice to sleep now. We've still got a bit of money in the bank, not completely broke. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put some open air gardens in. I might put them by the trees. There's a couple of spaces available there. Yeah, it's gonna need extending eventually. So we'll look at doing that. I still think that could be the rule. I think there's a couple of trees there that we could take down, maybe chop up and give to the sawmill, extend the yard. But I don't want to just be like logging. Logging for me is a very tedious experience. Obviously, console players are very constricted to logging. If I was on PC, then you know I'd quite happily log some trees from a trailer and do it from that way, you know. But for me, logging's very tedious, and until there's a way to make trees liftable, then you know, in this, you know, but we will remove trees to create a bigger yard eventually. Obviously, we can always expand towards the road. That's any trees we do take down, but we can make a profit from them, sell them. But yeah, guys, until next time, stay safe and see you again very soon. Bye for now.